Anthropologie is known for their fun, whimsical, yet eclectic sophistication. They have a little bit of vintage charm mixed with some boho elegance, and if you want a bright pop of color or a fun print or pattern, Anthropologie is your go-to. We're starting things off with some items for your kitchen. So Anthropologie, like other websites like Amber Interior, they also sell truly vintage items. So for example, this teapot is an antique. It is circa 1850 from England. And while I can't compete with the age, I can definitely compete with the price. So I found the cutest little teapot, which happens to be solid copper, made in Portugal, and it was only $2.50. It's very similar to the Anthropologie piece. Both have the brass accents on the handle, paired with a different detailing as well at the top. They have porcelain, I have a wood detailing, but nonetheless, you cannot beat the price. The etching on this serveware set is absolutely stunning, and when I saw it, my mind went to weddings. However, of course, you can use this for other purposes if you're hosting a formal event, especially with the holidays coming up. Something like this is sure to add some elegance and really elevate your overall look. I picked these up for just $2 each, and even though they don't have the same etched pattern, they have this beautiful detail on the handles, and I think it still gives that overall look of elegance and sophistication. Anthropologie has a nice selection of plates, but I wanted to point out this set because this color combination literally dates back centuries, specifically to the Tang Dynasty of China, which lasted years 618 to 907. This color combination of cobalt blue with the white porcelain is the epitome of timeless design. I thrifted this set of 6 Ralph Lauren transferware plates for just $5.99, making each plate just $1 each. I like the subtle scalloping around the rim and the fluted edge, which all just adds to this classic design. This plate is also in demand. It's sold out on replacements.com, and a set of 6 sold recently on eBay for $149 plus shipping. Texture and pattern can also be very subtle, and this dish is a great example of that. It has a nice, calm, cool color, and the texture is also very subtle and light. My thrifted option doesn't have the texture, but it does have a beautiful wavy edge, and something like this is a perfect way just to add some visual interest to your tablescape. I like the organic modern feel of this teak urn. It's definitely consistent with the Japandi aesthetic, which is all about perfect imperfections and using items from nature. Now, what I found was actually quite stunning. Check out my thrifted version. It is almost identical to the Anthropologie piece. I found it a few years ago while antiquing in this dirty, dusty barn, and I had to move some things away just to get to it, but in the end, it was so worth it. I love the addition of putting the moss in the crevices, and I think it just makes this piece even more unique. As I mentioned before, Anthropologie has tons of fun prints and patterns, and rather than choose something that's typically solid or neutral, you can introduce pattern with a vase. Now, these vases are no longer available on the site, but I see floral vases all the time when thrifting. My thrifted version does have some nicks and knacks, but I really like it. It also came with this fun tassel. It's a little bigger than the Anthropologie piece, but if I'm being honest, I actually like it a lot better. Decorative items like this basket is a great way to add some pops of color to your space. It's best to experiment with smaller items because if it doesn't work out, you can easily switch them out without them really affecting your overall design. I thrifted this basket for just $3.99 and I love the vibrant colors, the rawhide on the bottom, and the leather straps. I also found that this basket is likely from Saudi Arabia. However, in Ethiopia, similar style baskets are also made. Small items like this help to make your home feel more curated. Anthropologie has so many different types of art, and no matter what your design style is, you can definitely find something that's going to be appealing to your space. For example, this frame. I'm not a fan of the artwork inside, but I do love the frame, and I thrifted something very similar. Once again, I'm not crazy about the artwork, but I love this fabric mat, and the beaded frame is absolutely beautiful. And so over time, my plan is to remove the art and put something that is more appealing and suiting to my taste. This mirror is a combination of a few different trends we've been seeing in recent years. There is the arch shape and also the resurgence of wicker. Anthropologie didn't have a lot of photos of this mirror, so I went over to Kathy Ko's website and found the exact same mirror. It was also the same price. My thrifted option was only $5. It started off as white, but with some Rust-Oleum matte black spray paint, I was able to transform this into something that looks more modern. My Anthropologie total would have been $2,332, but with thrifting, it was only $59.48. That means I saved over $2,200. As always, thank you guys so much for watching and see you in the next one.